On the news lately.
Who you telling? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Make sure you like and subscribe because we talking other people business again. Why? Because we already handled ours. So make sure you like and subscribe into the biz. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube. Aisha is back with us today. We gonna be talking about Mr. Donnie McClurkin. Leave all down. Uh,
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
Beyonce,
Uh-uh.
all the Beehive gonna be mad now, but I'm pretty sure they gonna be out looking for the sale too. And then we got Mr. George Floyd. That's what we're gonna start with today because that's something serious, and we offer some serious content every now and then. But before we get started, we got a guest that's going to be jumping in with us shortly. But Aisha, how was your week?
I can't complain about it. Very entertaining or not, depending on how I care about the situation.
I mean, I'm still alive.
No complaints over here.
I mean, I got a few. I got a few. Let me say this without saying anybody's name. You ever dealt with really passive aggressive people like online, like friends and stuff?
Uh, Somewhat.
You know, I
Well, I
I
would
have
say friends, I would say like people who don't agree with most things that decent human beings agree with. They're like trollish. So, you know, my job is to piss them off.
when you got like friends and y'all had like a spat, but instead of just speaking directly to you, like I really don't play stuff like that. Instead of speaking directly to you, what do they want to do? But they want to post all these elusive Facebook quotes and responses and messages to help you get your life. Like, I'm not going to do that. I think come 2021, starting this summer, I'm gonna just bust up on them posts and be like, "So you talking about me? So you talking about me?"
Uh,
No, you know what?
uh,
Everybody knows.
that's what you're supposed to do. But if you have those type of people that's doing subliminal shots, you
Yeah,
need to check it. You need to check it because that's something hidden within that. I don't have friends that do that. They all busy, so they don't have time to do subliminal posts.
there's always the people who.
We can talk it out. We can talk it out.
No, we can't talk it out. I said famous words of Nene Leaks. I said what I said, and we're not going back. There's no going back and forth. Like we've spoken. It's written in the tablets now, and I feel like the thing is, you don't gotta agree with me as your friend. I don't have to agree with you. But what we can do is come to a understanding that either we gonna move on or we gonna fall out over this. And like, my thing is, if you know somebody for 3 years, 10 years, I mean, you can't be falling out like over Chuck E. Cheese tokens and stuff. You can't be falling out over like foolishness. Like, and when stuff like that occurs, it
If
just
you fall out over something small and petty and it just becomes like volcanic lava hot level magma level, then that's a questionable friendship.
Yep. So everyone that's just kind of jumping on, we are going to be getting to this George Floyd trial. This is the third day of the trial. I don't know how many of you guys have been following that, but it's been heavy. Um, it's real. We keep calling it the George Floyd trial. I don't even know how I feel about it, but I guess that just kind of represents, you know, what the current feel of it is. But it's actually officer. It's an officer that's on trial, and I don't know if you've been following it, Aisha, but I just
Chauvin, Chauvin,
yeah,
the
I
murderer, the murderer. Fuck his name, the murderer, and the rest of you crew, your
and I
lynchmen.
honestly, that's what it is. So let's kind of just get started, everyone. Like again, I don't know if you guys have been following this, but today was the first day that I kind of tuned in with that. So let's kind of get to it. Let's jump right into it. So, and we all know the occurrence that happened with Mr. George Floyd. And what was crazy about it was with this killing up in Minneapolis. Like I was actually talking to you about it like shortly before we even got on, Aisha, and it didn't even occur to me. Like I'm messing up people's names. I said, whose name did I say? Um, I said
Walter Scott.
I said Walter Scott, and it took you saying, "Huh?" And then I stopped. I was like, "Oh man, I'm talking about the wrong black man." And it's so sad because this is starting to happen so many times that we're not even. It's like it's not even hitting the way it should. So, I mean, I guess we all have our feelings about it and about everything that's been going on. I don't. What are your feelings before we even jump really into the trial?
This this particular situation, this particular person,
Mm-hmm.
it's intense.
Yeah,
Like this hurts and hits so hard, more so than others. All of them were senseless murders, and maybe what 3% of the people who the murderers got any jail time
yeah.
uh, for committing this, and it is. I hate to say this, and it's ugly to say. It's a trend now.
Yeah.
It, this is ridiculous.
It
This
feels like these
is
black guys are starting to
really
become just social media tags. Like that's what it's starting to feel like.
it's too many names. It's not just black men. It's black women. It's
Black
black
women.
kids. It's 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 us.
I
Like
think we're starting to become because of the continuous news cycles with it. I mean, maybe it's just me, but it almost feels like we're starting to become immune to the situation. So with this trial, like what was different about this one? If everyone remembers, the story was George Floyd was out in front of he was stopped at the out in front of a convenience store, and he was thrown down to the ground, and we could hear him for several minutes with eyewitnesses all around.
I did not watch
Calling,
any of the
yelling.
video.
It was sad. I don't honestly, I was looking at the clip today because I was watching the trial live. I had to turn it off. Like we
I
literally,
couldn't watch it. I watched it once. I didn't even watch it the whole way. When that man cried for his mama,
yeah,
I could not. I can't.
it was
I
real.
couldn't talk. I can't. I couldn't. I can't even talk about it now because it's that highly emotional, and like it ain't even just us in the United States. The whole world know that that was fucked up.
It
Now
was.
that was messed up. Like that was messed up. We we and the thing is with it, if it wasn't murder, why do you cover up the truth?
If
Why
it,
do you wait? Because let me say this. Let me say this because this is going it's similar category but different states. I don't know if it's different laws or whatever, but to me, it's plain old murder. I don't care how you dress it up. It's just plain old murder. You just choke the life out of this man, and like a fish out of water. That's how he died, suffering, trying to live and breathe with you people on his back and his neck. That's the proverbial image of how black people feel. Like they have been on our neck and our back for so many years. And then you physically, like you make this person not be in the land of living anymore because you just whatever the reason is. Now go to the case that um happened here in Nashville, Tennessee,
uh-huh.
where the
Daniel,
young girl got killed from her actions. They both got killed by the police. Those were two different situations where she was resisting,
Hmm.
and then the situation with him.
Hmm.
Both of them are sad, but George Floyd is
What
the
I
one.
the first thing that I would want to say is it's it's not. I feel like we all know that there's an over policing when it comes to black people, and then not just it's one thing when they do it to our women, but black men are seen as a high level threat by white men. I don't know why. I don't know why. It could be a small black kid like Trayvon Martin carrying the Skittles, or it can be the big black guy. It's like they see it and they paint this image of us being the big beast, the big macho killers. And what's crazy about it is for during the trial today, this is the first time that we got to hear Officer Derek Chauvin testify and kind of speak exactly what happened in his words. And what you heard is an undertone. And I kind of encourage you guys to watch it. I think every black person needs to kind of watch this and really let it sink in because this is what's going on. What you hear in his words is him painting this person as an aggressor or an erratic person and you don't understand his behavior. So this is why you felt like you had to behave this way. But with that being said, we just had, I don't remember, out in Colorado, the white guy who went into the supermarket shooting everyone up. It amazes me time after time after time when we find these white individuals who are doing things where I'm be real, damn it, shoot them. Like I mean, like for real, for real. I think the common consensus is that some of these guys need to be gunned down because they are violent, they are aggressors, they have flipped. But we see a guy like this, and he's begging for air. Like he's no longer a threat. There are eyewitnesses of every color. There's every age group, and they're all testifying about what they saw in this instance. Um, and for me, that's what's really crazy about it.
They're not going to do anything about this. He's going to be let go. We have sat through many trials, hoping and praying, like Mike Brown, that they will get some justice because of the way we're being killed and we don't. So that's why they keep doing it. We needed a body cam. Now we got a body cam. We got photos, videos, cameras, stand still, X-ray vision.
That's the thing right there. When it comes to these body cam things, we as black people, it's not enough for us to petition that officers in our local jurisdiction be held accountable by little what is this a community forum and then the body cams and all this. No, we need to push that they actually be held accountable to the same law that we're held accountable. When black men are going to jail for 20, 30 years for nickel bags of weed and stuff, and then we see this stuff right here, and it's almost like we're excusing the behavior. My thing is, I mean, like,
We're
I don't.
not excusing the behavior. There's absolutely nothing we can do outside of tit for tat. Fight fire with fire. Because the marching, the singing, the protesting, the getting in the Senate seats, the being elected, becoming a part of the law, we will be stopped anytime an intelligent black person comes up. We will be stopped and shut down.
So it's
Martin Luther King,
yeah.
Bob Marley, Fred Hampton, all of them were very aware and awoke about what was going on in this country, but they are not here today to tell the story.
So what's funny is,
Anybody that goes up against them,
yeah.
you will be taken out.
So
Now, I
what
have
you're saying right now, we have a viewer who was asking, what type of public outcry should we expect if the police officers gotten off? Robert Drake. I mean, that's a good question because I'm resigned in my head to think, I'm gonna be real. Rioting is one thing. Tearing up the city is one thing. Marching is one thing. But I think we as Black people, what was scary, I feel, or what was most powerful about the bus boycotts was it was a sustained effort. And I think that's not what we see going on in our communities now. We need to take sustained effort to say, "And this is how we're going to treat it not for a week, not for a day, but till here and out, you're not getting our money. We will not be participating in your local policy clubs and all this type of stuff. We need to kind of keep making sustained efforts, and that can't just be with one group, the church, just respect this family, this
The outcome is going to be what it is.
do you
And
off?
I have a feeling that there will not be the justice that we need. And I am a firm believer in saying there will be no equal justice on stolen land, not ever.
I listen, reaching now. So at the trial today, for you guys who just kind of tuned in, we're talking about that George murder trial. What we saw was Derek Chauvin actually took the stand. Also, we saw a lot of those witnesses that we saw in the video and who were actually taping the video. They were on the stand and they were giving their account. Now, what was interesting is I think what we don't need to do is get caught up in the emotion about what they're saying, and we need to look at their actual what is it, their testimonies. Like I said, when Derek Chauvin got to the stand, what he did is he was following protocol. The man was acting erratic. He was a big fella, and I did what I had to do to feel safe. With the witnesses on the floor, what we heard was, how some of them just felt powerless, like how they are trying to live this nightmare. On another note, we had witnesses who were just crying, saying, clearly he was no longer a threat. Clearly, this was something that could have went a different way. And I don't know how many of you saw that video, or you, Aisha, but in the video, there was a black man and a woman. A white woman that was there. The woman was actually a first responder herself. So she was noting and she kept yelling, check his pulse, check his pulse. He's dying, he's dying, he's dying. Something needs to be done. But, the officer, we see not moving. But what was interesting is I the defense and how they're kind of building their case. All the cams, this is what I noticed. None of them actually showed Derek Chauvin's knee in his back. There isn't really a clear shot of, was this like a sustained effort to keep him on the ground, or was George Floyd really, really fighting back? And I think that is going to be where the other side is going to have to really prove, like, no, he killed him. He murdered this man. And right now, I don't know. I think there's a possibility that he may get off.
He's going to get off. They can have all the evidence in the world and they will still find him not guilty, and he was just doing his job. George Zimmerman is not even the police, and he got off on killing a kid, shooting him dead in his heart for not doing a damn thing. They are getting away with killing us in broad daylight. We are getting charged with double the time and the crime for small stuff, and they get away with everything. They get away with everything. Like, we cannot even it's bad when you can't even sleep in your own bed. You can't watch TV in your own house. You cannot be in your kitchen and you not get gunned down. Where are you safe? You can't go to church. You can't go to the grocery store. You can't go to the movies. You damn sure can't go to a park. Can't go to colleges. You if you at a school visiting your kid, you might just get shot.
Nothing. Like it's starting to be too much. And we had another commenter who was saying, "You're right. We need to start really seeking our own justice." And listen, for the purposes of this conversation, we all know what that means. We all know what that means.
We have been pushed to the limit. Like we cannot keep ignoring this. Like let me tell you something, and I will stand on anybody's head or toes about this. I have black kids. I'm
Yeah.
all for some Queen and Slim shit. I refuse to sit there and let the police choke my kids out. I will kick you dead in your motherfucking nose and not you just gonna have to kill me.
Hey,
Cause I'm not gonna sit there and watch that. Cause the me sitting here crying about you killing my child and I get what $1 million, that is not gonna bring my child back. That's not going to bring my child back. And why I say this is now I can understand why that girl shot the police. Yeah, she made herself look a little suspicious, but she
and
knew
she
she was
went
going to
down
die.
like a trooper. She went down like a G. Hey,
Listen, let
hey,
me tell you,
hey.
let me tell you, I was like, yes, yes, yes. Hey, if you gotta go out and you know
You
that
gotta
you
go.
are going to die, you better let it off. Let it off. Let him die too. Unfortunately, his ass made it.
So, but with that being said, everybody keep up with that trial. We're about to change faces and we're about to bring in our guest as well. So, we got a lot of other things we need to cover. Good luck to him and the family and them dealing with this. George Floyd, rest in peace. Everybody that's been dealing with this situation, we just send our prayers up. Now, we're moving on and we're going to bring on Mr. Michael Anderson. He's sitting over here looking like he in the bat cave. What's going on?
Whatever, man. Don't hate my back cave, man. Don't make me. Let's see. I'm gonna give you the same
What
treatment
is
like your
going
little friend over there. Not you, his other friend from Computer House. You know what I'm talking about.
So, like, yeah, we was having some audio difficulties, but real quick, in a minute or so, tell us what you've been thinking about this whole George Floyd trial and everything that was going on.
Well, I haven't been watching the George Floyd trial because, to me, in my opinion, I mean, I'm kind of feel a little ashamed and kind of a little disappointed with what's going on with the events, especially last year. Especially we were going through the pandemic, and then when this man George Floyd name popped up on the news, especially a cop want to put his knee on a man's neck and can't even breathe for almost 10 minutes. That kind of shocked me for surprise, because one thing is the officer, he abused his power for no reason just because he got the authority to do something like that. Because when you go into the police academy, you have to follow every standard and procedure of what being an officer is, because we depend on police officers to put all to make sure that our lives are not in a bad situation. Especially they're supposed to protect and serve us, but to me, they're abusing that protect and serve for their own personal gain.
Yeah,
Because none of us, we do not deserve to be buried 6 feet under. We do not deserve that, because we went through the same situation with Emmett Till. We went through the same situation with Michael Brown, Trayvon Martin. I mean, we went through there are a list of names go on and on. I will say a lot of them, but like I said, there are a lot of list of names have been victim, a lot of police brutality, and a lot of crime. And but even though they passed, might judge them because I know their lawyers going to try to use that as a scapegoat to get their clients off. But to me, you're the victim, the person who done it. You're the one that's making yourself the victim and not the person that is the victim. The
Is
victim
the
is
victim.
the victim is the one thing we have to worry about, because everybody wants the results of any person that stand on trial. Either they're guilty or not guilty. Like For example, if the officer is found not guilty, everything is going to tear apart. Like say, wherever town you're in, everything will be teared apart. Especially what happened in Nashville, where the Daniel Handbrick shooting with the officer. Especially now, he's going on trial for that murder. And now that, to me, I don't, because like I thought that Nashville would not experience something like this, but to me, this is all messed up because this, like I said, I feel
It could have easily happened in Nashville. I will say from one of my experiences, I've had an officer put a gun in my face from
I've had
profiling me.
happen too, and that's something I would love for the viewers to chime in. If you Black and you've experienced something like this, just hit us up in the comments and let us know your experiences. Because I think there should almost be like a documentary with just people saying, this has happened to me, this is my story. Because it's not just a look. Like, I don't look like you, Aisha. You don't look like Michael Anderson. We don't look like George Floyd. We don't look like Trayvon Martin. We don't look like Breonna Taylor. Like, all of us, we're not a monolith. And for this to keep happening, you cannot tell me that there's not something else at play. So again,
I think to us, we see the difference in how we look, but to them, all they see is the skin tone. You're not the same skin tone as them, and they go around places. This is my opinion, even though I know it's off, but it's something about them hunting Black people. You go for people that you can kill and you think that no one cares for them, that you presume or think that they may have a background so you can get off on it and make them look bad after you murdered them. That is hunting people down.
yep,
That's
right.
really what you're doing, because you're going to, like, you ain't going in Brentwood to no corner market and harassing no Black man over there.
never.
You ain't going to Rodeo Drive and harassing no Black people over there. Now you do to a certain extent, but you're not killing them in the street like an animal. Like, y'all don't even kill animals like you kill Black people. Like, we can kill worse. We're hunted down like deers and killed, and they got our head as a trophy hanging on their wall because whatever they perceive to be going on in our background. We may have gotten a bunch of traffic stops. We ain't committed no crimes, but we're still, when we die, we will be disrespected and looked at as a criminal.
Yeah. Now, again, I really am interested to hear what the audience and the viewers are going to have to say on that. But to turn faces a little bit, yeah, let's lighten the mood a little bit, because see, this is the type of stuff that would make you want to bust somebody over the head. So we gonna move on.
I'm always ready to go with a head busting.
Same here. Same here.
Oh, Mr. Donnie McClurkin, Mr. We Fall Down.
Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna do my face like this. While y'all talk about it. Y'all done? Are y'all finished or y'all done?
So for those of you who do not know, Donnie McClurkin is probably one of the biggest names out there in gospel. Pretty much had his campaign career, I would say, for the last 30, 40 years. He's put out some of the biggest hits. If you go to the Black church, you know Mr. Donnie McClurkin. Recently, though, he's did an interview with TV One, and it's going to be airing, I think, this upcoming week, and where he talks about his relationship troubles and everything that has really been going on. So, in that interview, he kind of talked about his past molestation and how that feeling he feels like, he's pretty much has resolved to never being married. And it's left a lot of and I think what is going on with this. I know out of his own mouth, Donnie McClurkin said, I didn't know what a woman wanted. Always be alone.
Okay, first I'm gonna say this. don't run up on me, nobody, for my opinion, but uh, he don't know what a woman wants because he don't want a woman.
I'm gonna stop you right there. So, okay. Let me say this. I think we live in a society. I'm gonna be real, where I don't even want to really get into this because, okay, you know, you tell people that there's no coming back. Like, if this happened to you, if you're involved in this, it's a wrap. But on the other hand, we know that did not happen. But Donnie McClurkin, one of the things that he's always been very forthcoming about was he struggled with his sexuality, and it was a result of things that happened to him in his childhood. Let's be real. This happened, and let's say that this is a process. You know, everybody being gay, like that's not what it is. But in his circumstance, that's the point. But we don't got anything to do besides go off. Aside from that, he has now went on a date with that he did date for some time was Miss Nicole Mullen. She's a Christian singer as well. I love her music. Yeah, she they had a relationship. No, they had a long ongoing relationship. And when you look at her and you really hear her, she is not that type of chick that is for the play. It ain't for the optics. Like it's not that. I think he's just struggling.
I mean, we all struggle in relationships because a lot of times relationships, man, like I said, it's kind of like an on and off basis. You just can't tell which one you want to be, who you want to be with, because you just got to figure out who you want in your life. Because you don't, like I said, you're just gonna choose someone like you want to choose someone in your life. Like I said, you got to make sure it's the right one, and don't try to say you don't want it because because you have like what kind of what's that word called, like insecurities. That's probably what I want to describe, like insecurity.
His relationships have never worked with male or female because he don't know who he is as a person.
But don't you
He
think
got
something?
he got to figure himself out.
Well, there's a whole lot of people. Like let's be very clear and very fair. 50% of people don't know what they want. That's why their marriages ended in divorce. At least this man is being honest and saying, you know what? I'm gonna probably always be alone. I don't want to. I respect that because he doesn't want the best. There are a lot of men who should great men that need to be alone because all they have done is mess over people. What do you think about that?
That goes with what I'm saying about it. I really don't care that he came out and said that he's not successful in relationships, but at least you're honest about it. Now, if you can get honest about what you want, then you might be cooking with some oil. Now, a lot of people don't be in successful relationships because of them not knowing who they are and understanding who they are as a person. Like you haven't reached your full potential with confidence and healing and spirituality and things like that. So you're gonna get in these relationships with ever feels good at the moment. Now he did have a woman or was in a relationship with her, or maybe that was his friend. I don't know. I call it his beard because if you don't know what you want and you with a woman and you got desires or feelings for a man, you either bisexual, you need to be polyamorous, or one of the two.
The thing that I see is I see somebody who's honest about their struggles with not only just relationships but their sexuality. Like I think a part of him, he does want to, and I do respect it. I respect it because the fact that,
what kind of relationship he wants to be?
Church person like this in alive, we would all come down on him.
Well, what's the issue? I said, what kind of relationship he wants to be in? Because if he's saying that he want to be alone for the rest of his life, then just be alone for the rest of your life. If that's what he want to do, that's him. Because
Right.
don't say you don't want to be in a relationship just because you got like mixed feelings about who you want to be with, you don't want to be with. Because all of that is gonna come back on you because you don't want to be in a relationship because you have, like say you have these type of feelings, like she said, like you have these type of feelings that you don't know who you want to be with. Like I said, you want to be in a relationship or don't be in one. Like I said, being single is better than being in a relationship because karma comes back around you when that happens.
I think the stance that he took as a gospel artist, though, I will either support and respect him. He's not messing with people. He's not, trying to fit a mold, and he's just letting God do the work. Like, I mean, like, my hands are off of that. Like, now, if only Kirk Franklin little ass could get some of this steam, like, we could be better off as a church community instead of
Trust me, man. We're not trying to get into Kurt Franklin right now. And plus, he's always trying to get his part. Like I said, especially this subject should be in about why people criticize him because he cursed his son out. Said, "Hello, hello, that's Kurt Franklin. That's his child, man. He can curse that way he wants to. Just because you think he's a man of God and you think he should not curse. Like I said, a lot of pastors curse. So what's the point? Especially him.
See, that's the thing. Like, when you do something wrong, like me and Daniel been talking about people going back and apologizing.
Yeah.
You don't owe anybody any explanation for cussing your child out. They don't take care of them. They ain't stepped in. They ain't paid a bill. They ain't went to no after school program. They didn't went to no field day, no kickball game. They ain't packed a lunch or nothing. So I'm not paying. I'm not giving you no apology. Fuck them kids. Like, for real.
You don't have to why because you don't have to explain to me into nothing. I said that's his child. That's his business.
Why did he feel? But the question is, like, why do they feel when they do something that is normal? Like, if y'all have kids and you cuss your kid out, who would care? Like, who you going to go apologize to for cussing out your kid? I'm not apologizing to nobody.
I don't have to apologize to nobody because because if I cuss my kids, that's my business.
That's your business.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to the world, tell the world that I'm gonna apologize because of my kids out because you're not raising my kids, you're not feeding them,
but
you're not close them, you're not doing all that.
Going on in these churches to make normal situations worse. So
maybe that thing is called conviction. Like, I'm gonna be real. No. I'm being real.
Let's be very crystal clear on this. Let's be crystal clear on this. This is where I stand. I don't care if you're in the pulpit or out in the parking lot at a church.
I'm on time every Sunday.
Look, I don't care one way or another. If we all in this church house, we all are sinners. We all sinners trying to turn saints. So what you can't do is tell me anything about myself and judge me and criticize me when you in this place with me because you have committed some kind of sin. So I'm gonna need you to shut up. Why do I owe you an apology? Because my child decided to come out of my household telling them, look, it's F you, F him, F anybody else that got something to say, what up? Get your holy water together. Run up on me and tell me something about what I said to my kid. I'm gonna lay hands.
I'm gonna say this.
To me, too much saints and sinners we've been watching.
I feel our churches, when we see people like Kirk Franklin, when we see people like Donnie McClurkin, the issue that a lot of people have is we do put them to a different standard. And I'm gonna be very real. I put everybody in a leadership position to a different standard. It's one thing, like, let's take it back. It's one thing when your child failed the math test, but how would you feel if you found out that that the child teacher don't know how to do the math either? Like, it kind of puts in perspective why the classroom out of control. I feel like this. Donnie McClurkin coming to apologize not apologize, but really just speak his piece and say his line. It shows that he values, respects his platform. He lets people know, like, hey, no, I'm not okay with my struggle. He says, I feel like I almost got it together. I'm walking a spiritual life. I got the money, I got the success, but something I have a problem with is my relationship. And I'm gonna let y'all know why. I mean, I think sometimes what we look for in church people isn't perfection, but just honestly. I think that's what is black church. Like, it's a lot of people like what you're saying. Like, they'll jump up on you when it's time to criticize. Yeah. Like,
there ain't no perfection at all. Not even church either.
And you see them going through it, and it's like they don't want to give an explanation. I respect him because he did it, just like all of us. But he came out and said, no, I'm not right, and I'm not trying. I'm trying to be like Jesus, not everybody else. For me, it lets me, it puts in perspective what type of dude he is. But not only is he a real dude, but he's a real dude who's trying to get up. I mean, like, I think that's the goal. That's the goal.
Okay, so is he looking for help, or is he trying to get somebody to hook him up, or is he trying to come out and say something? Because what did you say that for? You could have kept your ass at home. We don't care. Do you need our help? And finding someone to lay down with every night.
For me, I think he just wants attention. That's all he wants, because he ain't got that much attention in a long time. So that's why he's going out in the media and trying to get attention. That's all he wants. Attention for everybody.
Okay, so are you coming to the forefront? What are you saying? Are you saying you gay? Are you saying you want us to help you find someone? What are you saying?
We don't know what he's saying, because he's saying if he's gay or bisexual, we don't know what he's saying. Because if he's not mentioning, then the problem is that what's the point? Then looks like you need help yourself. That's what he means.
Right. Do you need to step down? Like, what is your message that you trying to say? You came to the front of the stage testing.
Like
1, 2, 1, 2 testing. I'm bad in relationships. I can't keep a woman or a man. I don't know what's wrong with me. Did you hear me? I can't. These relationships don't work.
Let me ask you.
I don't know. Help me.
Would you not
like what did you say that for? Like, what is the results you're looking for? Are you looking to be accepted from your truth? Because we don't care.
I think it's just transparency. I think if you can get women in this day and age, and men who want to wear and grind up on the devil and whop it out and doing all these things, at least we can find somebody that says, this is honestly my struggle, but I'm not comfortable with this, and this is what I need healing and saving and delivering from. Like, don't come for Donnie McClurkin.
If he wants healing and saving, let's see. He needs to be baptized then.
What do he need to be delivered from? The gayness or being lonely? What the cold bed?
No, but
I need a electric blanket, a pillow.
Arrested. Like, I think that's a trauma that you. I don't know. You may struggle with that for the rest of your life. I mean, maybe him speaking.
Maybe he struggle with a psychiatrist, and that's the only thing
that get my life. I mean, like, maybe this is him crying for help. You don't know. I mean, I will say this before we get off of him. Like, what would you do?
It's like that them old saying, what would Jesus do? To me, it's like what would Donnie McClurkin do? He don't know what he
fall down and get back up again.
So a saint is a sinner who fell down.
What now? The thing is, what you're falling down on, we get back up again. Now, if you want my advice, I'll tell you how to get back up again if you fall on the wrong thing.
So we got a hateful commenter. The commenter says, Donnie needs Tinder or maybe Grindr. Moving on, because y'all not.
Tinder or Grindr, that ain't nothing.
The Bible says, touch not.
Hey, commenter, that is right. Email them, because he might not know about them apps. Hey, somebody tell him about Christian Mingle. Go and get him one.
I am done. I'm done. We are moving on because y'all disrespected the man of God, and we don't do that.
Whatever.
Right.
Boo boo. So,
Why you have one of the characters of McDonald's on there?
She was robbed. She was robbed. Y'all know Queen Bee was robbed. So that's what we talking about now. Y'all all saw. Aisha, we mentioned it the other day. So TMZ released the report, and it's been all over now. Basically, somebody broke into some of Beyonce's storage units, and they got away. I thought it was just a little wig or something, like
No.
weave or something. They got away with $1 million. Like, first off, like, it's real. How big is the storage unit?
She had 6 of them.
Yeah.
How big is 6 storage units? Because that ain't
They're big.
That's big. She got like over $1 million worth of stuff, especially Grammys, wardrobes, and all that. There's something
handbags, gowns, and stuff. She had to have big 6 units, and unfortunately for her, she called the wrong business that had inside people to help break into her shit.
Well, then, unless she can probably all the stuff, ain't gonna happen. They're probably gonna sell it all.
Can I just put that out there? Is Beyonce trying to do insurance fraud? Can somebody give me an answer for this? Because I'm gonna be very, very.
Insurance fraud.
I can buy me a house when she lost in storage.
Insurance fraud ain't gonna do nothing for her.
Buy me a little.
Her and JC got more money.
Let's be real.
They can ever spend for the rest of their lives. They can get all their stuff in place.
No. Beyonce doing insurance fraud. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, right. Insurance fraud.
Well, let me swat these bees that's gonna come. Do not come for our issue. She don't give a shit about Beyonce, her items. I didn't get not one piece, so don't run up on me. I got bug spray for any of you bitches that run up on me. Don't come for me, the beehive. They are vicious. They are vicious. They are worse than fire ants. Don't come up on me for no Beyonce.
I thought you meant pepper spray.
Listen, I
pesticides over here.
Here's the thing. The article was making it seem like, I don't know if this was more so personal stuff. Maybe it was like stuff she was wearing on tour, or maybe some like equipment. Because I'm gonna be real, like maybe they just. Here's how it could have worked to me. Maybe
suck. That's the problem. They suck.
Them bags Beyonce be wearing, some of them things be all the 60, 70,000. So potentially they could have got away with 10 bags. That could have been $1 million. I mean, in my head, I'm picking.
It ain't no telling how many Birkin bags she had, Chanel bags, all them vintage clothes, and
like the Louis Vuitton, all that kind of stuff she got. We don't know what they could do.
What she done wore, customized pieces, wore on a red carpet or something that, some of them people keep things like outfits from movie sets. We don't know like what they took, but we will find out, because I know, like, wait a minute, did they ever find out or get Kim Kardashian stuff when she got robbed in Paris?
They never done that.
Oh. And they got away with some stuff too.
Yeah, no, they got away with some stuff. They got away with a lot of jewelry.
Yeah, to me, never carry around jewelry around the globe, especially in Europe, because Euro thieves still quicker than here in the country.
Listen, I'm thinking Beyonce, and y'all can say what y'all want, and the Beehive can do what they want. Please give me the views I'm entitled to. She committing insurance fraud.
Okay. Unless you got.
I know what JB ain't above it. Y'all been running these scams and these little payola operations because your little album don't sell like that. Can I just be honest? Your album ain't bumping like that. You ain't Rihanna. And that was another thing that came up the other day. No. I'm so tired of Beyonce. Like
if you tired of her, stop listening to her music then.
I don't listen to her music. Like, that's the problem. I'm like, I don't remember listening to a full Beyonce album. And I don't even remember that. I will say she has made one good songs here and there, but I just not a fan. And there was actually, I forgot which rapper it was, but they recently said, somebody knows in the comments, they were saying that Rihanna would beat Beyonce in the first round. But I agree.
Well, can she come in part what she did with her Stacey Kennedy Nashville years ago when her had that little on the one tour at Vanderbilt Stadium and they sold so many tickets that people couldn't even get in because it's like majority of the people they wanted their money back. Plus they were on Twitter saying that let's see, Beyonce and Hub stole my money. I want my refund back because I couldn't get in. So you tell me she's committed fraud in? Like answer my question.
I don't trust Beyonce.
You don't trust Beyonce. That means you don't trust JC either.
I don't. They ain't all that.
Let's see. You gonna tell me that Kanye West said all this is the richest black man in America.
No, here's the question though. Can Rihanna beat Beyonce in
I know for both of them, Rihanna and Beyonce, Kiki Wyatt with all the 1,000 kids she got can outsing all them.
Oh yes.
She can outsing and sing them off the cargo ship.
We're not talking about real singers right now. We're talking about Beyonce and Rihanna.
Kiki Wyatt is a real singer.
Non-singing singers would win in a versus, Rihanna or Beyonce.
Lord, I'm so sick of that verses. It ain't doing nothing. They ain't talking about the Isley Brothers and who else? The Earth, Wind and Fire, something like that. Doing that first thing.
They ain't dead yet. What are they doing? They out of jail?
Let's see. No, Ronald Isley is out of jail because he was out years ago for tax evasion.
No,
yeah. So like, y'all still, all of y'all still alive, or you replaced a few of them motherfuckers? Like, 4 of them dead.
Respectful.
Like, ain't about 4 of them dead. Like it's 5 or 6 of them. 4 of them played a guitar. 4 of them dead. You ain't got number 2. So what? You went and got some Temptations that was left and made you another band? Like, what you do?
I Isha is a hater, but real quick, who do y'all think would win, Beyonce or Rihanna? Hit for hit. I really think, no shade, I honestly think, if I'm thinking in my head, Rihanna has more hits. Rihanna has more hits.
I think it would be like,
and we ain't counting Destiny's Child.
No. I think Rihanna probably would have her because a lot of people can relate to Rihanna. She's bubbly, she's fun, she smokes weed, she don't have any fucks to give. We all seen Chris Brown bite her face off like a chimpanzee. Like, we seen flaws in her. Beyonce is flawless. I like a gem with a flaw or two because I know it's mine.
Well, let me point out.
I can't keep up the maintenance on you. Like,
okay,
I can relate to Rihanna more than Beyonce. Like, Beyonce is who you put in your head when you in make believe.
Diana Ross now. She's like a watered down Diana Ross for this generation. I really do feel that way. Like, she is not going to be remembered as the Patty of this generation. She is not going to be remembered as the Aretha of this generation. She is not going to. She ain't even going to be
R.I.P. Auntie Riri.
She ain't even going to be
Riri.
Listen, she ain't even going to be Dionne Warwick.
Okay, let me answer my response before this fool.
Let me tell you about. Real singers. Real singers done had a nose job. They nose was like wide set all the way across their face and can hold a note and clean a bucket of chitlins at the same time. They don't make them type of singers no more.
Hey,
we know what
people get nose job, man. Like I said, they're gonna end up being like Pinocchios. That's the problem.
So, let's just top 5 female singers right now. I'm so on this. Like, I would say, as far as like pop stars, it's Rihanna. It's not me. I'm sorry. I think it's Rihanna. I think what's best vocalist, when we talk about who is really killing the game with the vocals right now, while I he quiet ballad. I would still give vocals the popularity to somebody like Fantasia or Jennifer Hudson. Like those three right now are the hit singers that are
Now, I will say this: Jasmine Sullivan will
underrated.
sing both of them two under the table. She
Sing them
can
to
take
hell.
it. She can take it low,
Sending them right down that pool with Lil Nas X all the way.
right on
Oh
down there. I
Lord,
don't know if they're gonna land
let's
on
not
their
go.
feet
Wait till
like
the next
she
time on
did
that
in
one.
them
We'll talk about that.
stiletto boots, but she could like she can take. She has so much range. Like I have seen other singers try to sing like Jasmine Sullivan and they can't. Like she has it.
What about
Now,
Alicia Keys?
Hell no.
no,
Alicia
because
Keys
she
in the
has like monotone type of singing. Like she can yell like Prince, but she can't hit them notes like Shaka Khan, Kiki White, or and Jennifer Hudson. That she can sing too.
Yeah.
The only thing
Jennifer
about
Hudson can
Jennifer
sing
Hudson,
too.
I
Like
love some Jennifer Hudson, but Jennifer Hudson, I need her to stay off of the Luther Vandross diet system because one minute she's big, then she's small, then her head look like a
Okay, man. Why you criticizing people's body for no reason, man? That's her business.
no. She just
if
goes.
she want to walk around with the Star Jones head and body, let her go on and do it. She might feel like a pit bull that day. Let her feel like that.
I mean, the thing is, like, Jennifer Hudson do too much yelling sometimes. Like, I feel like Fantasia, although her voice is very annoying, that girl pour her soul into a song. Like, Fantasia is going to give you everything, every performance.
Fantasia is like that she sings like an old Negro spiritual, like the master done cracked the whip on her back, and she yelling out, it's all like that. It's like she make you feel what she's talking about.
I feel it.
You feel it, like
I feel it.
I mean, I feel it though, but even though she can sing though.
But
I like Fantasia. I like her.
I don't think the machine though of music is giving them their accolades or the songs that they should be singing.
Hello, hello. You know I'm in the music industry. You know that. So songwriters is doing it. Songwriters are writing down music that doesn't even make sense. And I listen to all the music that's going on today because to me, it's not music that they're putting out. It's the music that the songwriters are making them put out.
Yeah,
especially the record companies are pushing these songwriters to write big hits to keep the fans going, keep the fans because that's the only way. Because to me, songwriters, I know they're making money off the songs, but to me, like I said, ain't nothing. I say you can write either stupid songs or you can write songs that doesn't even make sense.
I feel though like everybody pays. There's so much attention Beyonce getting. It's just so unfair. That's why I'm talking about everybody.
Well, she wasn't getting that much
attention. Now, what I will say about Beyonce is that she is one hell of a performer. Like she has Michael Jackson action. She does. I have not seen anybody perform like she does.
What about
here's another person that can sing that I really, 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 truly think gets slept on. And it's out of the box, and people don't pretty much say anything about her. But Pink can sing her fucking ass off. Pink can sing her ass off. Like, have you heard her sing and hold a note flying upside down from a rope?
No.
Like I seen her perform.
Pink can't sing. I heard some of her.
Did you see her performance? Where she was doing I listened to a song. Upside down, spinning and going over the audience.
Performance.
No,
but I'm gonna be real. Like, as far as white women, the best white singers, it is not Adele. It is not Adele. I would say like Celine Dion. Nobody ever talked about Celine Dion, but Celine Dion has been killing the game, and she's an icon. Like Celine Dion is like icon. Like stop. Who else? Who else is out there that ain't
Shit,
nobody ever say Tony
Celine Dion can't
Braxton. I
sing.
don't
She can
anybody
hit
ever say
them
Tony
notes.
Braxton.
After she beat herself in her chest, she knocked them words clean the hell out of her chest, out of her mouth, and hit them from the rafters.
Mm.
Celine Dion can. She got it. She do have it.
And nobody ever say Tony Braxton. Why does Tony Braxton not get her shake in the game? Continuous hits. This woman is knee deep in her 50s. Hey, she still got a body like a lot better than Beyonce. I mean, her vocals have never tired. Like,
Because Tony Braxton ain't going to get any type of recognition because she ain't talking about anything sexual. She's talking about little issues with her love, because she's with Babyface. So she ain't talking about something vulgar. Ain't nobody gonna listen
I
to her.
thought she. I thought you talking about. I thought she was with Birdman.
Birdman.
No,
Yeah,
Bird,
Birdman for
no.
Cash
As
Money.
far as music
music.
wise, she's
She's
with
always,
Babyface.
yeah. I will say, though, like, it's just so many singers now who I feel like don't get the shake. Like, men and women. It's like the media is monopolized by like these 8 celebrities who honestly, like, Beyonce don't even want us to talk about her. That's what's most annoying about it. Like, she don't want us to talk about her. She wants voice to carry. She only comes to the camera when she can't get a check. Like, you know,
I mean, the industry is monopoly. I mean, yeah, it's like monopoly. Like I said, you either make money or go bankrupt. That's the only way to survive. So, like I said, everything's gonna be baked. Everything's gonna have to be on the full camera with all these people out here.
and as quiet as it's kept, Kelly and Michelle both, I think, are vocally stronger right now than Beyonce. Beyonce kills when it comes to the whole performance, but I've always thought that Kelly had a better voice. Like,
I always like Michelle. Like
I do. I really,
I haven't been ashamed to say that. I was like, I like certain songs with Destiny Child because of Michelle part.
she has that sultry voice that is,
She
that
she
voice is
she
always
gives you something in there. Like she gives you something in her singing that is like, oh, right. That right there, you just hit a sweet spot. I like that. And it makes you like the song. Not because of Beyonce and Kelly. It's because of Michelle. And she's the stepchild, poor thing. Like
Yeah, I haven't heard much of Michelle Williams in a
literally
while because
stepchild.
to me, yes, to me, and when I heard Destiny Child, like when I was in high school and middle school and high school, like I said, Beyonce to me, they just push her up front because they wanted to make the star. Like Kelly and Michelle, they were making them background singers. I feel sorry for those two
and I'm
because
gonna be real.
they
Like,
they should have they should never they should have found out who has the real voice. But like I said, when they chose Beyonce over everyone else, like I say, she's gonna be the biggest star. You know how the industry does.
yeah, and I'm being real. Every one of Michelle gospel albums was a bomb. Like, y'all say what y'all want, but I don't sleep on Michelle. Like, I've always thought she was talented.
She can sing. Like
I
she
always did.
really
I
can
be telling people, they
sing.
look at me like
Like
I'm
I
crazy.
love her verses in a lot of songs. I like the way she sings.
Yeah,
I like it to me
it's
because
different.
that's
It's
the type of
unique.
voice I like.
Honestly, her voice puts me in mind of like a combo between, like, it's the best of both worlds. It's almost like a popish Beyonce. Like, she goes there, but she also gives you that soulful sound like Fantasia, but it's not as annoying. Like, it's just like somewhere in the middle, you find Michelle between them two, and like,
Hmm.
Hmm. I
yeah,
mean, like I said, it all depends who puts out. To me, that's all they doing is they putting out music just to win fans over.
They canceled Michelle out when she kept falling down the steps.
oh,
Like you can't get the steps
remember beat,
right, so
bloop,
you're gonna be
and
treated
they
like the
kept walking,
stepchild.
just kept walking. That's so wrong. I would have dragged them. I would have looked at them on that stage and walked right off. Talking about, oh, it's like that. It's like that.
See, it took her too long to bounce up. Like Beyonce hair done got caught in the fan, and she kept hitting her nose like this.
And she could have stopped. She could have stopped. I'd be like, wait a minute now.
Cut the fan off. And she didn't. She stopped wearing capes when her heel got caught in one, and she fell down the steps. So she
I
stopped
mean,
wearing the
after
cape.
Kelly Rowland
Well,
career, just singing about Beyonce and how she wished she was light skinned and a little more thicker like Beyonce, if we want to be honest. Like, that's half of her career. She make a living off of that. Every interview she did. Kelly Rowland. Like, yeah, everybody won't get quiet.
I
I
checked
got no
out
song
with
now.
her. I checked out with her when she came out with the song talking about she was jealous of her best friend. I'm like, okay, did you really make a song talking about you was jealous of Beyonce?
No,
Did you really?
I did not even listen to
There's
this.
Facebook post, but I'm gonna leave that one alone again. But we're gonna move on. Now, Michael Anderson, friend, what you got going on? Brought you on here to kind of talk about you. It's been nice having you here today. You funny.
Well, whatever, man. Like I said, I will go after your little friend too, but I'm gonna choke on you. I'm gonna choke on you later.
But I know you were doing you were working on doing your own show. You were also doing something. I always see you on Facebook. You always doing something. So tell us about some of your projects and your activities.
Well, right now, so I'm the CEO of Hard Hit Entertainment. Right now, I'm working on my podcast. That's coming very soon. Then I had some other business venture that I'm working on as well, but I can't explain it at the moment. Like I said, it's in little details at the moment. So, like I said, I've just been working on a lot of I've just been working on a lot of things at the moment. And especially, I'm trying to be, and plus I'm a little motivated myself. You see me posting on social media every day with the motivational comments and all that. Because when I was when I was down and out, especially I barely had a little bit of motivation from my friends, my family. So I just decided, and plus I went on. So one day I went on Instagram, and I went on these little posts they put on there. It's called like positive energy. And I said, if I put this stuff out, I'll see what kind of day that I'll have or what people have. So I've been putting in posts on to motivate people and to motivate myself. So I'll let everyone know everything's gonna be all right. Especially like last year during COVID, I was putting out more motivational quotes ever because like last year with COVID, I mean, like I said, especially here, COVID hit. That we went through the tornado. I mean, especially the church bombing. I mean, we went through everything last year. So, I mean, we got to stay motivated what we do because if we don't, then we all could end up falling down because we don't need to fall down for no reason just because things just get out of hand. People are out of hand with the stimulus money. That's the one thing that's out of hand. Especially first last year we got 1,200, then 600, now we get 1,400. I said, y'all keep this up, man. Y'all gonna spoil the whole entire country up. Y'all gonna spoil the whole entire country up with them stimulus check. Then what? Let me finish before you say something. No, wrong with me.
But
let
me ask you. I'm gonna be real. Like, I'm a type of person. If I wake up and I even feel like it's gonna be negative, like I have the luxury now of working for myself. I'm just like that person. Like, you ever woke up and you could just feel it? So I'm not. I'm gonna lay right there. At those times, like when I used to do it, I will play gospel music while looking at something. But you just go on Facebook, like maybe it's just my best friend, but all you see is negativity. Like, what would you say right now today that's positive that we can also
like I said, like I said, the only thing is being positive is just being ourselves. That's the only thing we be positive is be ourselves instead of being, like I said, being stereotyped, being ego, trying to be the wannabes, this and that. Because a lot of times I do get up in the morning. I do get angry on certain things like even yesterday. Like I said, I had to go to work. Even though I don't like my job, I still have to go because I gotta make my money. But I gotta stay positive just to do it. I know, man. I gotta stay positive to do it because the only way you can be positive, you just gotta get out and explore. Just explore. That's all you have to do. Just get out and explore. Just what you have to do.
Now, as far as like singers and musicians and those people in entertainment, who do you look at that kind of supplies your positive music? I think everybody has like that go-to song, artist who is like, hey, this is my positive force, this is my like, who's yours?
I mean, to me, like music. I mean, like these are. I mean, artists. I mean, I'm just looking for someone that has that hit on the creativity because we don't see a lot of. I mean, we see a lot of creativity, but I see a lot of people abuse it. That's the one thing that's been an issue. They abuse the creativity because they put out something that someone already has. Because I think it's like the same song over and over again. Like you hearing, like I say, you hear rappers rapping about the same thing, and then you hear rappers mumbling now because they're trying to get into the culture when they're trying to get the fans what they want. They're doing the mumbling, they're doing the singing. I mean, to me, the only thing you do is keep yourself. Keep up on the creativity process. You can't find none of the creativity, then what's the point of you being in the music industry? What's the point?
Aisha, who's your favorite artist? I know they Donnie McClurkin and the Isley Brothers now, or Earth Fire.
When I'm getting freaky, I listen to Donnie McClurkin. I don't know what I want to do in the bedroom, so I just put him on. Let me just fall down, and whatever happens, just happen. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. I'm saving that clip. I'm saving that. Oh wow. I'm laying that on the altar this year here.
And I mean, the music I listen to.
I don't even know what I want. I'm just laying it down.
I mean,
you open the door and I walk through. You open the door.
I want to end on a positive note. This man talking positive.
But I would, you know me. I'm going to leave on a positive note. What I usually don't look to a celebrity for the positivity. I have like plenty of self-care books, journals. I go to the creator myself, and I just go to the main source. When I need that extra push, there is one go-to song, but not the people that sing it. And that's Mary, Mary, the God in me. It's God in me. It gets me going. Like it lets me know that everything is going to be okay. It makes me remember how far I came and what is ahead. Can't worry about it. I just take it one day at a time. Let me just get this in here. Let me remind myself of how the creator loves me and bless me every day. And then everything else is nothing. Everything else is nothing. Like I don't have anything else to worry about. Like that's my go-to song. Like when I'm down, I go to that song and I play it as loud as hell.
Let's see. Unless you go play Marvin said, you're never gonna make. I said, hold on. What's his song? What's it?
Never would have made it.
Yeah, that's the one. Man,
no, I'm not playing that. Now it's either no, I'm not playing that because I'm just not.
Donnie Hathaway. Like 2 songs by Donnie Hathaway really just will mess up my life. It's one, We'll All Be Free. Like that is one of my go-to songs. It just reminds me like, okay, like if Black people have been dealing with this forever, number one, I'm just hang on and someday we'll all be free. That's all the words I need. That's enough. And then this other song, For All We Know. The best rendition actually I heard of that song is when Jennifer Hudson did it for Kobe Bryant's memorial. Go back and listen to that. Like I've always loved that song. It just puts me in mind of just making sure that I'm living every day to the fullest. But on the flip, like when she sung it, like again, like this girl sing. These people be singing from their soul. It just reminded me of like how short life is, and honestly, I'm the type of person where it's very, very easy for me to get caught up in some foolishness. Like I got to remind myself, and don't look up Aisha. She did it so slick, right?
I mean, type of music I like. Type of music I listen to. I mean, I'm a '90s baby. I listen to different type of music. I listen to old school like But back in the day, they don't listen to current music that is out now. But some have been kind of wet, but I'm still like to listen to my old school music. And the one song that keeps me going throughout the day is Bill Withers' "Lovely Day," because like
That's my
that's the,
shit right there.
yeah, that's the only
That
that's like
right
the
there is
only
it.
song that will
He
keep
got
me going.
slept on. He had hits. That man had hits.
Yeah,
That song that you talking about, my son, he's 18. He
Uh-huh.
listens to that song a lot. That lovely day.
yeah,
They own it. Like obviously it's a classic song and it can be listened to by anybody because it's
yeah.
that
I
type of
feel like
song.
his whole catalog is like classic. Like, please let's not sleep on "Lean on Me" and the fact that this song will never go away.
No,
Let's not
I listen
sleep
to that
on
too.
"Ain't No Sunshine When She Gone." Like, these are songs that will never ever go away.
Lean on me. I don't know why it just depressed me. It just
It's
do because like I can't afford another person
It's
to
not
lean on
depressing.
me. I can't
all the
lean
versions
on no damn body. Don't
all
lean on me.
out the
Lean on that motherfucker over there. Don't lean on me.
oh
Don't lean on
oh
me.
my god. Like I don't know why, but it is depressing to me. Like I get bad vibes listening to "Lean on Me." In the back of my head,
Don't you
No,
like for
the only
real
song
though?
that
I have
depresses me
always been like,
is
you're asking
usually.
a lot.
That's
When
the
you
only
ask,
song that kind of little depresses me
why
usually.
did I want to do that shit? Like I did not say,
But you gonna
are you
use
going to ask me before
until
you?
they use me up.
Like,
So that song's kind of a little depressing.
like I don't like people putting me on the spot like that. I'm negative like that. I'm gonna be real. I'm like,
What you say?
if I heard you singing these lyrics, that was
Just keep on using me until you use me up.
Yeah.
No, no, asshole, don't keep using me. Let me go. Let me go.
I mean, like honestly, like I can't get with that song "Lean on Me." It's a good song.
I cannot. It just it's not negative, but it just does something to me that's not positive. Like I don't know if it's the guitar, the drums in the back, the way he's singing it, the Coco
You're just
Cabana that he
asking
sung
for a
it
lot.
in. I
The
don't
song
know.
you're asking for a lot. And my thing is, I'm like, I didn't tell you I was gonna do all. Are you gonna ask me before you do all that? I did not say that. Like no. I ain't related to you. Like, no, when you're not strong, I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Just call on me, brother. When you need a hand, we all no, I didn't ask you. I didn't say I needed you. I was
Call on the God that you serve and pray that he sends you somebody other than my ass to come and help you. Don't lean on me.
on the
Lean
prayer
on the creator.
line, Donnie. You better get on the prayer line, Uncle Donnie.
Lord, I'm staying out of this one.
I'm just being real. Like
I can't. That is depressing. It's a
I'm
depressing song.
off his album. Ain't no sunshine.
I said he had hits. But I said he had hits though. You can't blame him on that one.
Yeah, he really did have hits now. He had, and we don't talk about him like he doesn't get the notoriety of like a Marvin Gaye or somebody like Donny Hathaway. I don't know why. That just popped in my head that you said.
Man, the only time I listen to him was just with his Christmas.
Because he don't have no scandal or nothing attached to his name. Like Al Green, most of us who know him, we know him from the grits. Like if your mom and daddy ain't played it, you know him from the grits. So there's that.
And they
Marvin Gaye,
still want to
we
play the
know him because this man singing a cappella will melt the skin off your bones. Like he had some talent, some talent. He just met his early demise. And most of the singers, most of the greatest are dead before they could even shine. Like
I'm pretty sure Beyonce will be alive till she about 152.
most of the greatest
When she
are
last
dead
152.
before they even got to shine.
That's why I'm pretty confident Beyonce will be here till she about 152.
Most of the greatest
152.
are dead.
Beyonce will be here, y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry, Beehive. Y'all will have y'all queen. She ain't leaving her throne. She gonna be like Cicely Tyson. Don't count her out.
She wouldn't look. I don't care who get mad. I got my spray. Where is it at? If Aaliyah was alive, There wouldn't be no Beyonce.
There would not be a Sierra if Leah was alive. Period.
She was the mark for the Sierras and the Leahs. I mean the Beyonces, the Ashantis, and all of them. If she didn't meet her, she, like I said, all the greatest before they could just shine, and they met their
I
demise.
don't think the industry would have been the same though with a person like Aaliyah, because I'm trying to wonder, like, what would her sound be like in the game right now? Have you ever thought about that? Like, I couldn't even see them having a space for her unless she just created it. Like, I can't. I wouldn't see it.
She was with some of the baddest producers
Yeah.
and writers, Missy Elliott and Timbaland. They would have kept her straight through
Yeah.
this whole thing because they are. Missy Elliott is a trendsetter.
So her exiting made room for so many other sounds from some of these females and gave them a foot. Because I really feel like Sierra is nothing more besides like a poorly designed clone of Aaliyah. I feel like Beyonce, when Beyonce first was introduced, like her sultry vibe came from Aaliyah. Like she was like trying to be an Aaliyah. There's so many artists I can look at and I'm like, that's where they started.
Welcome to the copycat world of the music industry.
That the music is not the same as it was in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. It changed with every era. Like back in the days, we all done heard somebody, our auntie, mama, granny, somebody play woman to woman.
Hello, Shirley.
Let's see. Especially our folks were playing a lot of the good music at especially barbecues and birthdays. That's the only thing to keep them going.
And you know, before we leave, you know one singer that nobody wants to talk about, but he's a real king of R&B right now. Y'all don't want to say it. Aisha turned away. Y'all know what's about to come out of my mouth. I don't care what nobody says. His name starts with an R and ends with an M. Period. And you know what? Y'all can say what you want to say, but guess what? And I know at somebody's birthday party, they're going to be stepping in the name of love.
Oh my, come on, man. You really want to bring this up?
Period. Tell me
man,
how.
man, the man got music, but man, his like I say, outside of the music industry, whack.
I thought you was finna say Bobby Brown. That's why I turned my head.
Everybody around him just died from drugs and crack.
We know Bobby Brown is the real king of R&B. I love you, Bobby.
Listen, I'm not dealing with that crackhead antics tonight. Like, that's all right. Like, I don't even know what we're gonna talk about coming up. Like, I'm pretty sure Beyonce gonna stay in the headlines. She ain't going nowhere. We already said Beyonce ain't going nowhere. I'm pretty sure George Floyd will still be on the docket. Hopefully we don't see. Look, I don't even got to watch the trial, but I'm gonna tell you this: if I see a black people last week, I'm trial didn't go the way that I.
No, what? No, I would no. What? No. Besides that, what they need, I wish what they need to do in Louisville. I wish they should have arrested those officers that bust in and shot Breonna Taylor. That's the other subject we didn't even talk about.
I mean,
but that lets you know what the verdict is going to be in this case, because they try so hard not to press charges, convict them, or arrest them. Like, you got to go through 3 different stages of this judicial system before there is some justice served. So first they was like, okay, you're arrested. These charges are, and then you got to go to trial, and then they don't find you guilty. I feel like they do that just to pacify us, to let us know, hey, we really gonna let them off. We just doing this to save time. We just want y'all to calm down.
You know, honestly, I'm gonna be real. Whatever you do, you gotta do it to the best of your ability. You're gonna do it. You gotta do it. If you're gonna be a preaching that are if you go to start a riot, I don't condone violence, but I'm like, if that's how you feeling after something like this, it don't need to be a 5-minute thing. And I think frustrates a lot of young people coming up. Like, we're not down for all of this for 5 minutes and then we're back to business stuff. Like, this past summer, if I have heard nothing, like, new generations, these people coming up, that shit is over. Like, white people got to get together and they got to get together now because we are fastly approaching the day where you're not going to beat the gun down black people and they're going to be marching. Like, we're seeing in the
Damn, that's what they're doing. They're marking the trial like it's a business deal. That's what they're doing. They're using the trial as a part of a business deal because when things go wrong in trials, like I said, they'll use it as a advantage of trying to get either try to make sure that the victim is not guilty, especially. On the other hand, they're going to, like I say, it's going to tear everything. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen if events come because like black people, they will tear anything apart, like they did last year when George Floyd got murdered. Like every city around the country, they tore the towns apart. They had to get the National Guard to get everything straight.
All I remember is I just start seeing them marching down the street down Jefferson. I saw Black Lives Matter, and I knew I had lived through everything. I lived through the year 20. I done seen tornado come down the road. I done seen rioters come down the road. I done seen hailstorm come down the road.
I'm surprised you didn't have no hammer and nail and a board to just make sure your business doesn't get destroyed.
Listen, oh no, they had whipped out the guns real fast. I had jumped in front of them. Like, that's another story. Like, that's another story. Like, when I saw the white people coming, like, don't come up. This is not Broadway. This is not going to be. Listen, my insurance coverage on this one. Everything else, I'm not in good hands. We walk my face over here. I got my battle axe ready. Me and Donnie. But anyway.
I got hollow tips. I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm just not.
Mike, thank you for being here. You gotta come back. Aisha, thank you.
No problem, man. Just
we'll be back talking other people's business because after 7:00, I'm busy. Good night, everybody.
All right.